Hi there, Dr. Marie here. Welcome to my video series featuring tips and tools for how to be your best self today. And today we're going to talk about how to be more confident. And I'm sure you're familiar with a lot of the advice that's already out there. You know, there's the internal pep talks like, you can do this, you got this, and sometimes that's all we need to get through and we're fine. And if that's helping you today, I support you using that. You go for it. But this is for those moments where things like that internal pep talk or just, you know, trying to be more positive isn't enough to help you be confident in a situation. So I'm going to give you some tips for when you feel like you don't got this. Because let's be real, that happens to all of us at some point, probably frequently, if you're like me. So here's my first tip for how to be more confident, and it's going to be a little counterintuitive, but hang with me, I'm going to explain it. So my first tip for how to be more confident is to know your limits. There's those things in life where we feel like, you know, I know how to do that, I can do that, and then at some point we hit something where we go, I don't really know how to do that, or man, I need a lot more time to do that thing than my boss thinks, or whatever it might be. It could be, wow, that's just so outside my scope, I have no idea what that is while those people are talking over there. They're speaking a foreign language to me. And it's helpful to name what your limits are so that you know what parts you actually know and can do and can own them with confidence. And part of being confident is also being able to say, you know what, I am very confident that I don't know how to do that. I need some help. And so knowing your limits is what's going to help you be able to live in the happy zone of doing what's within your limits. And to be able to say, you know what, I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'd like to learn about that. Or maybe I need someone to help me. Maybe I need more time, but I can't do it in the parameters that are sort of there at the moment. And that is a kind of confidence. So a lot of times we get caught up in this false kind of confidence, like I should be able to just know how to do everything like a superhero. And I've never done that before, but sure, I can do that, no problem. And a lot of people do this where they take on projects at work or they tell their spouse they can do something or whatever it is, but you're not really actually confident, you're trying to fake it. And usually those don't end very well because you either don't do good work or you get caught along the way, or you end up having to confess in the end that you don't know what you're doing. So that's not real confidence. So know your limits. And part two, tip number 2 of this is an easy follow-up to knowing your limits, and that is to name your limits. So once you know what your limits are, you have to communicate that to the parties involved. So if your boss is giving you a project and they said you have 2 days to do this and you're thinking, I can do that project, but I need 4 days. You're gonna need to name that out loud or somehow compromise together to say, well, if you want it done in 2 days, I need a buddy to do this with me, or whatever it is. You have to name it out loud, because otherwise you're going to be dealing with the stress internally. Even if you're confident enough to know your limits, but you don't tell anybody, you're still stuck with your 2-day deadline. You can't really do it in that amount of time. So know your limits and name your limits, and that's going to help you to live within your realm of confidence. To say, these are the things I'm awesome at. I'm going to do those things. Here's some things I could use some help, and I'm confident enough to say I need help, or man, I'm just not good at that. I'm gonna let somebody else who's awesome at that do that. Great. Everybody can get along. If only it were so simple all the time. And you may notice that some of these topics overlap with the idea of setting healthy boundaries, because that is part of naming your limits. And if you'd like some information about that, I've already recorded a video about that, and it's gonna pop up on one of these sides. I don't know, because my screen is flopped and it's around here somewhere and you can watch it. And with that said, this concludes this week's quick tip. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. And until next time, I'm Dr. Marie Fang, and I hope you have a great day.